Hi, welcome back to the Automotive Logistics and Supply Chain Red Sofa, where I'm joined by Adam Olson, who leads logistics for Bosch Mobility Americas. This is bringing together the automotive business, if you like, for Bosch across North and South America. There's lots of operations within that. Adam, very pleased to have you with us. What's top of mind for you in 2025 and looking to 2026? What are some of your top priorities and goals?
So for us, our core strategies stay intact. And that's really around enhancing supply chain resilience, de-risking the supply chain. And we're doing a lot of stuff in that space, primarily around reworking the supply chain to make sure that we're fulfilling the needs of our customers and our suppliers, and then also intensively looking at different scenario planning. Digitalization, also important for us. So how are we creating transparency end-to-end in the supply chain? As well as driving data-driven decision-making, and then ultimately automating that. Then automating our operations as well, which leads into cost, right? So from there, how do we find that balance of giving the highest service level to our customers, having the most efficient operations while balancing that cost? And then lastly, and most importantly for me, is really around this talent strategy. So how are we continuing to intensively look at retaining talent and developing talent?
Well, and then that's a great point to pick up on, because you're here at this event on numerous ways talking about talent, connecting with students that we've come, and then we're going to be talking about the human touch and the importance of developing, upskilling, retaining talent, as you say. Firstly, thinking about the job description of someone in automotive logistics and supply chain today, how has it changed, or how is it changing even compared to just a few years ago?
I mean, that's a great question. For me, the role is fundamentally changing. So if you look at that role, only 3 years ago, it's probably more operational execution, whereas now we see our team members and our leaders are heavily focused on, highly strategic decision-making, as well as, data literacy. And data literacy, so our team members are now very proficient in data, and that's not just, let's say, reporting. It's more so, how do you look at that data, lean into that data, analyze, understand correlations, and then different predictive models with that, and then tell a story with that data, and with that story start driving actions.
Great point. I mean, the importance of being able to read and tell story from that data is probably the difference of really effective use of it, isn't it? Can you tell us more about the pathways that you're developing for your talent within logistics at Bosch?
Yeah, I mean, we're really heavily focused on 3 pillars, and those pillars are attracting, developing, and sustaining. And we're doing a lot in that space in those work packages, but maybe some things to mention are having a robust rotational development program. So what we look to do is when we're bringing certain associates in, how do we give them just a wide breadth of experience in a very accelerated fashion so they're able to, really understand our business and get ramped up very quickly. We also work with a lot of mentorships, reverse mentorships, coffee chats. So how do we accelerate networking for our team members? Continuous learning programs, cross-functional exchanges. So we spend a lot of time understanding, okay, for specific roles, what's the right rotational plan for those associates to help, again, give them a wider breadth of knowledge of our business. And then one thing about Bosch is we're a very large global company, so we encourage global exchanges as well, whether that's short-term or long-term. And again, it's really helping our team members get ramped up about the different business needs in different areas, and hopefully they can bring that back for future positions.
And that's a great point. And part of that, it answers a little bit my next question in terms of, do you look at opportunities or ways to accelerate targeted roles and for future leadership?
Yeah. So we spend a lot of time also on talent mapping and gap analysis, and we couple that with high potential programs, talent pool programs with really specialized skill training, and that's one way that we're doing. We're mapping potential leaders for future positions. But I would say most importantly, in all cases, we're having career development dialogues with team members. And that's really having meaningful discussions with team members about their aspirations, their motivations, and we pair that with succession planning, and not succession planning in a traditional sense where we're just identifying one name for one future position, but it's really like 1, 2, or 3 different names for those positions, and really starting that dialogue as early as possible. So we're filling the pipeline and the funnel so that when we have that need within the business, the team members are ready and prepared for those roles.
Great examples. And if we think about, I mean, a lot of our events, we've been talking about AI and AI opportunities. When you look at talent, is that also an area to potentially, develop talent internally, partner with other experts and groups to accelerate that within Bosch?
Yep. So another example. So we're intensively working on AI readiness, and that's not something that's new for our organization. It's been something that we've been working on for quite some time. We have a lot of resources dedicated to that. And we use, say, the traditional digital learning academy, boot camp, where we work on, say, foundational learnings, but we're also partnering through our venture capital arm with a lot of different startups as well as traditional hyperscalers. And in this case, we also ensure that we're on the forefront of emerging technologies. And the last thing I'll mention, which I'm really excited about, is within the last year, we've started working with customers and suppliers, partnering and having open dialogue. And in one case, which again, I'm super excited about, with one customer, we're working on an early warning system where we're talking about what are the variables that can give us a flavor of predicting when issues occur. So we're having that exchange. And then talking openly about large language models, about, again, what could happen in the future or what will happen in the future. So, I mean, really exciting times.
Absolutely. And just finally, I mean, looking ahead a couple of years, 3 to 5 years, what would your sort of vision be for the automotive logistics and supply chain leader in this near future?
And that's a great question. I mean, and that's not that far away, right? So that's only like 4 years away. But at the rate that we're moving, what I would see as a digital, as a leader would be more like a digital orchestrator that's working in an open, collaborative, efficient automotive supply chain. And that leader is really driving technology, to give us unparalleled productivity that we've seen, unparalleled productivity and innovation. But for me, let's see, it's an exciting time.
Indeed it is. We look forward to keeping up. And thank you so much for being with us, spending time with our students here and sharing this vision, positive vision really, for future of automotive logistics employees and leaders. Thank you so much, Adam.
Thanks.